Greetings, all, it's Max, and we're back, and of course, as soon as I start recording, the air conditioner kicks on. So, what we're doing today is another Christian movie review. This one is on Netflix, and it wasn't on, like, a recommended for me. It was actually popular, as in, one of the first little scroll things you get is what's popular on Netflix. It's a movie called Joseph and Mary, and it's got Kevin Sorbo. We got Hercules, man. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Unfortunately, Kevin Sorbo plays Joseph. Kevin Sorbo's like 6'3" bodybuilder guy. They ain't Joseph. I'm pretty sure Joseph probably had a beard because that was kind of Jewish tradition too. So you're going to pick the wrong guy for this part. And you got Joseph and Mary. And you can kind of make up whatever story you want to. And what do? They make it a revenge story. A revenge story? Really? About his friend, who they named Elijah. I mean, can't you just call the guy Hank? Or Bob or something? Do you have to go with Elijah? And guess who Elijah's wife is? Rebecca. Why? Why do that? I mean, here's what I expected. I thought, well, if it's really popular, it must be, a good story, because you can make up whatever you want to about Joseph. I figured it's going to be something about him dealing with Jesus and his brothers. We have James in there. Maybe teaching Jesus about carpentry a little bit. Something like that. His daily life. Nope. Nope. It's that Joseph is basically Moses or something, and trying to stop his friend Elijah from taking vengeance on a Roman centurion who killed the children during Herod. Killed his couple of kids that he had. And it's a revenge story. And Joseph tries to stop him. Why? And who approved this script and gave it money? I mean, I don't understand. And the acting was meh. What was that? Kevin Sorbo phoned it in. Of course, Kevin Sorbo is always Kevin Sorbo in all of his shows. I know that. He's not a great actor. He's from Minnesota. And he's Hercules. You pick the whitest looking guy out of the time period to play Joseph. And the only thing I can say about that is Joseph, I'm pretty sure a lot of history books indicate that he was a widower, so he was an older guy when he was dealing with Mary, and he was going to put her away and stuff because she was pregnant, and he didn't do it. So Kevin Sorbo he's an older person than the woman who plays Mary, but they don't even bother to age him. I mean, the guy looks the same from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. Kevin Sorbo, grow a beard, dude. Just grow a beard. And they can put white stuff in it and make you look old. No, they didn't do that. Nope. I mean, you got a 6'3" bodybuilder guy who just kind of keels over. Oh man, spoilers. Just kind of keels over when Jesus is like 12. No, man. It is highly likely that Joseph died before Jesus was put on the cross. Yes. Because otherwise he probably would have been there. But no one's going to believe Kevin Sorbo as Joseph. Nobody. Nobody is going to believe that. I honestly don't understand how this script actually made it through production and people actually financed this. Like, what is this stuff? Kevin Sorbo, he doesn't need money. You know, he's making money off Hercules reruns. He doesn't need it. But he likes doing Pure Flick stuff. So I can see why he's in it. And they apparently must have had to get Kevin Sorbo for this role, otherwise nobody would have watched it at all, because it'd be all unnamed actors. The only actual biblical part in this is Herod. And even that wasn't really done very well. Even that part wasn't done very well. IMDb gives this a 4.1 out of 10. And it's funny, I'll look right now, it's funny that the recommended movies of people who liked this movie also like these other movies, and they're all ranked at 4 out of a 10. So if you like bad movies that have nothing to do with the Bible, go watch Mary and Joseph. My ranking for this, I'm trying to think of good things here. Three out of 10. Acting was poor. The story was non-existent. Revenge plot thing. And you're calling your secondary actors major people in the Bible. You don't use the name Elijah for some random rabbi. You don't use the name Rebecca for his wife. You didn't call them Hank and Sue or something. It was terrible. It was terrible. Next review coming up. We're going to have David and Goliath, I believe is what it's called. Yes, David and Goliath. Another terrible movie that you shouldn't waste your time with, but it is on Pure Flix. Not Netflix, Pure Flix. And we will talk about that when we get back.